poll from NBC News is remarkable. And we know this, and this is a fact. Liberal women are less happy and more lonely. What's funny is when you say this to liberal women, they scream at you that they're super happy, and it's so obvious that they're not. Quote, young liberal women are especially prone nowadays to reporting poor mental health. This was the discovery that Zach Goldberg made almost 5 years ago, poring over Pew data in the spring of 2020. Further research in 2022 found that depression has surged among liberal high school girls in the last decade, and only about half as much so amongst other high schoolers, especially conservatives. And the hatred of Donald Trump fills the void for so many of these people. And coming back from Asia, I could tell you, you do not want to live in a country of declining birth rate. If you have a declining birth rate, then they say we need more people because we have a declining birth rate. The study goes even deeper here. Why the mental health of liberal girls sank first and fastest. We are a decade into the largest epidemic of adolescent mental illness ever recorded. It's time we started treating social media like automobiles and firearms. I'm not so sure about that, but so for men who voted for Harris, being married was ranked last. But what's amazing is that women who voted for Donald Trump, being married was really low on the ladder. The top thing for women who voted for Trump is achieving financial independence, having a job or career you feel fulfilled, owning your own home, being spiritually grounded, which is okay, it's better, having enough money to do the things you want to do. Modern women, this polling shows modern women have become incredible narcissists. And that's not an accusation, it's just what the data shows. And maybe it's true, maybe it's not true. I could tell you on college campuses, it's 100% true. Men are worried more about duty and obligation. That's why men are going back to church. What am I supposed to do? What should I ought to do? What is the essence of my existence? Getting married and having children is a values-based decision. And women have to stop thinking about themselves all the time. Me, me, me. My body, my choice, my decision. Yes, of course you have the freedom and the agency to do that. But not only are you ending up miserable, the country is suffering because of it. This poll shows, more than the right versus left thing, that the values of American women have been corrupted. The values of American men haven't really been corrupted, actually. There's a lot of problems with men, but men want what is the best. Men want to get married. Men want to have children. Men don't just want to have, well, the most important thing is to be able to have the money to do the things I want. It's completely irrelevant. A bunch of trinkets, a bunch of trips, a bunch of selfies traveling the world. There is also the marriage effect. TheAtlantic.com writes, quote, a common narrative is that commitment and motherhood makes women unhappy. New data shows the opposite is true. We know this. We've said this forever. Instead of my body, my choice, it should be my family, my community, my church, my country. Instead of my body, my choice, it should be my kids. Your body, your choice will end up having you miserable. And we've said this forever, but now we have an abundance of data to show it. TheAtlantic.com shows that marriage makes you happier. Wow, what a concept. And whenever I go to these campuses, Charlie, I'm super happy. Why would you say I'm not happy? Screaming into the mic. And I can't, this Wednesday, this thing's about to explode. Because we talk about sex norms. And, some people say, well, I could do it all. And there's a Wall Street Journal piece that shows that women can do it all. For some women, yes, but some women actually don't want it all. Married mothers are the happiest women in America. The data shows it. Married women with children, 40% happiness. No children, they're the least happy. Actually, unmarried with children are the least happy, interestingly. So you should get married and have children. And then they don't want you to own any homes. They want you to rent and be single and be happy. I'm sorry, we need to reject this entire paradigm. But this shows that young men are in a very good spot. Young men want the best stuff. If this poll showed that men were not wanting children, that would be a problem. Isn't it amazing? The women, hilariously, it's the women that get the most fulfillment once they end up having the children. They're like, wow, something's unlocked in me. Yeah, it's called the biological beauty that God built inside of you. If you look at this data right here, though, men who voted for Trump having children, 34% the most important thing. You'd think that men are career-driven. No, men would rather have kids rather than being financially independent. Something strange is happening here. Usually it's the biological clock inside of women that is going off. Now it's the biological clock inside of men. And you know what it is? It's God-given direction. Men are natural leaders, so men know that they must lead society towards having lots of children and lead women towards having lots of children. The silver lining is that if men are coming around, women will likely kind of come around. So much here. My message to the women of America, get married and have children. You'll be happier and the country will be better off.